I'm Renay Dossman, the president of the Neighborhood Development Center. Grew up in a housing project in Chicago called Cabrini Green, and with a single mom. And I had two brothers. One's 18 years older, one's 11 years older, and I really learned a lot about life and my work ethic from my mom. She actually taught me the concept of to whom much is given, much is required, because she was a giver. She worked, and then at the end of the month, money would get tight for the people in our neighborhood. So she'd cook or do a barbecue or something so that people could eat. And that kind of stuck with me. My mom passed away when I was 13. So I moved to live with my brother in Duluth, Minnesota. And that was quite the culture shock. Like, grew up, and the only white people that I knew were my teachers. And then to move there, and people were serious about school and not very nice to me, teasing me and all that kind of stuff because I talked different and I was different. Um, but it just motivated me to do something different and to respond to school differently. So dug in, finished high school, and went to college, the first person in my family to go to college. So I went to St. Scholastica and had an amazing experience there. So then I ended up interviewing at Target, got an opportunity there, and stayed there for 21 years. And I ended up leading the global trend food and design team, and we traveled all around the world looking for new food ideas, new flavors, new packaging. And it's just so surreal to be a kid from um, Chicago and Cabrini to be then, I remember the first plane ride going to Europe and just sitting there just like, how did I get here? And I knew that I was standing on the shoulders of so many people to be in that moment, and I never took it for granted. And then I decided I wanted to do something a little different. I didn't know what it was. My husband Ben and I, we decided to open a restaurant called Fat Chance, which was just crazy. We opened up a sandwich shop with smoked meats, delicious, huge sandwiches, and was just in this state of what's next. So I just really just surrendered. I just got still and I said, whatever, Lord, whatever your plan is for me, just bring it, and I'll listen. And I literally remember sitting there, and it's something said, check out the Council of Nonprofits. And I looked at the Council of Nonprofits, and sure enough, there was an opportunity in St. Paul, no doubt. And I was like, Lord, really? And I went, and I remember Ben and I went together, and I met with Mike Tamale, who's the founder of the Neighborhood Development Center. And I remember leaving thinking, what? That was really cool. They're doing really good stuff there. They're like the best kept secret or worst kept secret because everybody should know about them. And I was thinking, as an entrepreneur, I wish I would have known about the Neighborhood Development Center because they offer so much. So the Neighborhood Development Center actually does complete wraparound services for entrepreneurs. The entrepreneurs that we support, 89% of them are BIPOC. 86% of them are the low to the lowest income. The whole organization's premise is building communities from within. And we believe that concentrated poverty requires concentrated opportunities. So that means you got to show up, you got to be there, and you need to do it in community. And so the first tier of what we do is training. And the trainings were actually happening in communities. So we have a lot of great community partnerships because you want to meet people where they are. And if you're going to be building a community from within, that's important. So we've served about 6,000 entrepreneurs with our training. The next phase of it is technical assistance. So we call that's a fancy word for, we help you write your business plans, get your POS, get your accounting system, and we provide pro bono legal services through Frederickson and Byron. So you got this great training, you got all of this support, now you need some money to start your business. So we are a CDFI, which is a community development financial institution. That means you come to NDC if you can't get a bank loan. So it's truly about your character, not about your credit score. So we've done about $25 million in loans. We typically do between 40 to 50 loans a year. We've done 471 to be exact. And that's with various partnerships with the state, with the cities, with the counties. And then we started our own emergency grant program as a result of everything that was happening. Finally, so you got all this great stuff happening. You need a spot. So we have incubator spaces. So we have an incubator locations in St. Paul, and then we have our largest incubator that we co-own with the Cultural Wellness Center is the Midtown Global Market in South Minneapolis. And that is just a joy. Like there's a lot of immigrant entrepreneurs there. The spirit of it, I mean, just the spirit of entrepreneurs in general is that they're going to do whatever they need to do to succeed. So, you know, when COVID hit, it impacted easily 80 to 90% of our entrepreneurs because a lot of them are in service industries. Then you have the murder of George Floyd and the social uprising, and it has been a whirlwind. What we witnessed, what we all witnessed as a country, that was hard to come back from. The global market is a symbol of hope to me because it's still standing. And there was so much hate floating at that time. They were trying to burn it down, tear it down, and people stood up, like the people in the building. And so now we're in this process of raising money for the market so we can keep it going, so we can keep those entrepreneurs in place. As we're trying to get money for the market to help with operating, because we've done rent reductions and done things, different things to keep the businesses alive, people are just showing up and just wanting to be a part of it, volunteering, giving their time. You know, sometimes these things can bring out the worst, but then it also can bring out the best in people. And I just feel really blessed to be able to witness the true spirit of people coming together. Some other good news that we have is we have an alliance called the Build From Within Alliance with 12 other organizations around the country that are adopting our NDC model. So we're doing that great work. Another thing that we're working on is thinking of the whole entrepreneur, not just their business, but also their mental health. And so we're in partnership with some organizations to pull together some programming for that. We're not experts, but we have trained culturally specific experts that will be working with our entrepreneurs. So we're super excited about that opportunity. There's a lot of good things that are happening, and I'm just so grateful to be able to be a part of it and to be able to have found this and to have been obedient, which is exactly what I was supposed to be doing in the first place. So, thanks.